Hey guys, Tennessee.Frank here with another quick look at some more knives. I've been on kind of a little knife binge lately. I tend to do that with my special interests. I'll get on one of my special interests and I'll just kind of do it to death for a little while, and then I won't even think about it for a while. But lately it's been knives, and what we're looking at today are 3 fixed blades from Kizer. And first one we have here is going to be the little drop bear clip point. It's a real handy little knife. The second one we're going to look at is going to be this little guy here. It's called the Beaver, and this is a neat little one too. A little bit thicker, a little heavier. And then the final one we'll take a look at is called the Hare. And this is probably the largest out of the 3 here that we'll be looking at today. These 2 are Azo designs. He makes some pretty decent knives. If you remember seeing the Amicus, this is an Azo design knife too. So he's making a lot of decent knives. He's a good designer. I think he's a good designer. But like before, I'll put the specs up along here of each knife when we're talking about them. I do also have 3 new Vostids that I need to review, and I did pick up another little Civivi, the Yonder. They had 2 different versions. They had one with a plain blade and one with the plated, a black kind of a plated, and I like that. It just looks nice. But yeah, it's a nice small little pocket knife, but we'll get to that later too in a different video. But for now, I want to look at some of these little fixed blades. A lot of people don't even consider a fixed blade for everyday carry because generally they're too large. But as you see, some of these can be pretty small. This little guy, if you compare it with the Amicus, it's not that much larger. And then like even if we take a look at this guy here, this is a raccoon. It's the older style Vostead raccoon with the crossbar lock. They do have a newer one that's got the top kind of a button lock, but it's more on the order like the Para 3, where it's an actual like a liner lock, but it's a top liner. But yeah, if you compare this with that, there's not a whole lot of difference in size. And these, you don't have to worry about a lock failing. You don't have to open it when you deploy it. It's already out, it's ready to go. This one, I like it because it's so thin and it's so lightweight, and I like the way they design this. They put jimping along here. They put some jimping along the front, so if you're going to be doing little fine cuts. They have jimping down in here in the finger choil. Of course, micarta grips. It does have kind of a little surprise here. See if I can get these out. They're kind of hard to get out. Let me pull it over here to get these out. See if I can get them. Okay, there's one. Here's the other. In the back of the handle here, you see there's like little cutouts. They are giving you a little set of tweezers, which are real handy. And I'm not sure if it's a toothpick or just some kind of a pick. It's metal. I don't know if I'd want to use it on my teeth. But they give you a little pick too. And these just slide right back in the back of the handle. So they're out of the way. They do give you an extra set also. So if you lose one, you have an extra set already. And like I said, these are Kizer. You can see if we can get it to focus. It is Azo design, drop bear, and it is a clip point, which I like clip point. It's a handy little knife. And the steel on this, if you notice that, it's AL or A. What is it? Let me look. Hang on. I don't have my good reading glasses on. AEB-L. AEB-L, which is a steel I've never dealt with, but it's supposed to be a pretty decent steel. I know it's razor sharp, But yeah, this is neat little knife. Comes with a little flat style sheath, which I kind of wish it would have been the taco style, but with this style sheath you have more mounting options because you get more holes around the sheath. Does have a drain hole right here. This one actually has an adjustment, so you can adjust tension on the sheath if you'd like to. Although I've not touched it, it was fine out of the box. I did put these snaps on. These are like a rubber impregnated nylon, and it's a one-way snap. So once you snap it on, it's not going to come off the other way, so you can't pull it that way. You got to come up from the bottom to get these off. So it's a good sturdy snap. These are about 13 bucks a set. But I did put these on, and the way I'll carry this will be appendix, right side in the front, with the handle facing to the left, so I can draw it left-handed or get a reverse grip right-handed. So it's easy to get the knife out if you need it. But we will put this right here for now, and I will go ahead and put some specs up along here for you. So we'll go ahead and take care of that. Next one we're going to take a look at is this little guy here from Kizer. And you see this is quite a bit thicker handle, G10. This is D2. And I'm not sure who the designer is on this one, but it's called a Beaver. And this is a little drop point, and once again, you got your jimping along here. They do put jimping along the front. There's no finger choil. They do have a little sharpening choil, which is nice. But yeah, this is a little smaller design. There is a little hole here. I mean, if you need to get your finger in there to grip up on it. This kind of reminds me of the Isuzu, which I think Top Knives is the one making it, with the hole and stuff in the handle. But if you've ever seen the Isuzu, this reminds me of that, kind of. But I mean, D2 steel, good budget steel. But like I said, I will hold this right here, put some specs up here so we can look at it. So give you a chance to see blade length and handle length and overall and the weight. And we're going to weigh them too. I want to double check with the weight. But yeah, there's this one. And then the final one they have here is called the Hare. This one has the micarta scales. A little bit bigger blade, drop point, which kind of looked a little bit like, or clip point, it looked a little bit like this drop point. But apparently, because this is more straight, they're calling it a clip point. But this has a lot of belly in the blade, just like this, a lot of belly in the blade. So if you needed to use it for skinning or something, it'd be a good knife. Full grip on this, good size handle on this. Again, good thick handle. This would be a good kind of a little bushcraft style knife, or for camping or something, where you don't really need a huge knife. Again, Azo design. It's called the Hare in D2. They probably have other options for steel, but I like the D2. It's a decent everyday steel. It does have a hole in the back, so if you want to put a lanyard. And we'll go ahead, I'll hold that right here, put some more specs up. Take a look at the specifications on this knife. Of course, jimping. Good areas for jimping. Nice little sharpening choil. Yeah, these are really nice design knives. Out of the three, this little guy here, the Beaver, does have the taco style sheath. So it's a little bit smaller design sheath when you compare. You can kind of compare the two. A little smaller design, which is nice. And all these, I mean, they clip right in. Good lock. I mean, that knife's not going anywhere. All three of these lock into these sheaths really well. No rattling. Nice quality sheaths, which normally in a lot of these under $70, under $60 knives, you're not getting a decent sheath. They just throw something together. Kizer's giving you a good sheath, so you don't have to worry about that. The only thing like I said, I had to do was get these belt clips so I could wear it the way I wanted to wear it. It comes with like a little snap clip that I really don't care for. But we can compare the size with this little Amicus. And this is a nice little knife. I like these little Amicus, lightweight. But I mean, if you see the size difference, open, this little drop bear clip point is actually smaller, quite a bit smaller. And then we move into the Beaver, and it's even smaller. A little bit wider blade, but overall length and everything. And then we get into the hair, and now we're getting to about equal size. So for a folder, this is about the same as your Kizer hair as far as sizes go. So I mean, you know, this is nice because it does fold. It's out of the way more. But if you want a straight blade that you don't have to worry about locks or anything failing, this would be a good way to go. Here's the Yonder. We're going to look at it in another video. I like the blade design on that. It's kind of a reversed hand toe, nice belly in the blade. Of course, it does have the axis lock, or what they're calling a crossbar lock now. Micarta scales. We will look at this in a different video, along with these 3 Vosteds I picked up, which they're real nice. I'm liking the Vosteds. They make some nice knives. But let me go ahead. We're going to pause the video, and I'm going to pull the scale out, and we're going to take a look at some weights. So give me just a second. Okay, we got our scale. I'm going to go ahead and set the little drop bear on there. By itself, we're looking at 2.39 ounces. You add in the sheath with these additional belt clips, and now we're up to 3.99. So under 4 ounces, which is not bad. I think that's actually pretty good for a little EDC. And we'll move in, we'll take a look at the Beaver. With the Beaver, we're running 3.74. So you can see the thicker blade, thicker scales, and the G10 is making it heavier. We add in our sheath with the belt loop clips. Now we're up to 5.22. Go ahead and set this one out of the way. And then the largest of the bunch, the Kizer hair. And that's coming in at 4.18 ounces. And with the sheath, we're looking at 5.78. So a little over 5 3/4 ounces. Which really, that's, I mean, if you consider, that's not too horrible for what you're getting. It's a good solid knife. But let me go ahead and we'll move this scale out of here and talk a little more about these knives. Okay, scale's out of the way, and hope you guys kind of found this interesting. And if you're looking for a little straight blade for carry, check out Kizer. They got a lot of decent knives. I mean, back in the day, I used to hear a guy on YouTube talk about Kizer, and he had a decent knife channel. He talked about the Sabenza a lot too, which I never could afford one of those. But he talked a lot about the Kizer knives, and they were kind of pricey back in the day. They were kind of out of my budget. But now, they're bringing things out now. They're, you know, under 60 bucks. I mean, you can get into a decent little fixed blade. Add another 13 for these little clips, and you're good to go. You got a really sturdy little knife. Even the little one here. I mean, this is going to be sturdy. You're not going to break this little guy. It's a solid little knife. So if you're looking for a fixed blade for EDC, give Kizer a look. They're making some nice knives. I will try to maybe later in the week get a video out on the raccoon, the porcupine, and the corgi, which I mean, these are all 3. These Vosteds are really nice, but I want to get a video out on that. I'll probably do a video on the new Civivi, the Yonder. I'll probably do it separate, just as a standalone. But I'll do these 3 together like I've been doing. I've been doing them in groups of 3s just to make it more efficient. So like I said, I hope you found this interesting. If you like what you see, and like, share, and subscribe. I'm getting close to 2,000 subscribers. I'd like to hit the 2,000 mark if I could. So like I always say, either we stand up for our rights, or we can sit by and watch them go away. You all have an awesome rest of the day. We'll talk to you later. Tennessee Frank out of here.